Hey, what's up guys? I'm back with another video. This time it is going to be the first build I've ever made for Conan Exiles. This is after the Age of Sorcery update. This is with all the new systems for the attributes. So I mean it's a lot of fun. I've been having tons of fun with it. It's been going great. Right now I play on Sipta on a server that I run. If you're interested in playing on it, check with me. I can tell you the details and maybe even give you the password so you can join me and my buddy. But with that being said, let's go on and get into it. So first, the armor I'm wearing. This is a follower build. Authority is our main thing, but basically we want to survive while our follower does a ton of damage. So currently I am using the Derketo Dancer gear because it gives follower damage plus 5.5%. Keep in mind, this does not use any legendaries yet. I'm still kind of fine-tuning it, trying to find the right gear. I'm using basically gear that is easy to get access to. All you need is Master Armor, or hell, maybe even regular armor, and a Thrall that is an armorer. They can make you this Derketo stuff if they're the right type of Thrall. I'm sure other Thralls will give you other things because that's how this game works. But on Sipta, finding a Thrall that does the Derketo Dancer stuff is actually pretty easy. This is what it looks like. It gives us the 5.5% follower damage, and it is light armor. Now, I'm not a huge fan of light armor personally, but in this case, it's pretty cool that it has so much more damage. So oddly enough, this is a survival build. We have health, we have grit, we have just things to survive while making our follower better. Even in light armor, we should still be able to survive pretty well. But if you don't really like the light armor option, I suggest going to a medium armor that has a weapon damage of your choice, so either strength or agility, or you can even go max health just for that extra survivability. I do not suggest going into heavy armor, but you could with a few tweaks. So let's go ahead and check out the attributes. We don't put anything in strength. We don't put anything in agility. Like I said, this is about survival, not really about the damage we do. We do max out vitality. First, obviously, we have Fierce Vitality at level 5. You're guaranteed to get that. You don't get to choose. Our first choice is going to be Resurgence or Fast Healer. I take Fast Healer because receiving 50% increased healing from healing effects is really good. It actually pairs well with Glutton for Punishment, I believe. I think it actually makes you heal a little bit more, which is kind of crazy, but I haven't tested it too much, so don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Glutton for Punishment is fantastic, by the way. Next is Robust, increases maximum health by 100. It's another thing that you're just going to get. You don't get to choose. And then for our second and last choice in Vitality, Last Stand or Glutton for Punishment. Last Stand is cool, and I can see the use in it, but compared to Glutton for Punishment, it is worthless. Glutton for Punishment is insane. When you take damage, you regenerate the last instance of damage taken over 15 seconds. It sounds a little worse than it actually is. I didn't think much of it until I tried it. Then I tried it and I was like, wow, this is insane. So you get hit hard, right? Okay. That is going to be regenerated. Takes away 50% of your life. That's going to be regenerated 15 seconds. As long as it was one hit. So it's pretty crazy and definitely a fun perk to have, because you're just able to survive, which is awesome. Next, we have 20 in Authority. This is for our follower. So Authority determines the amount of damage your follower deals and the amount of concussive damage you deal. Concussive damage we deal is great. It gets us more Thralls faster. The amount of damage our followers deal. So originally, I thought this was kind of based on my strength and agility. I tried it out without it, and it doesn't seem to be the case. So I felt going agility and strength wasn't really necessary, unfortunately. I do like the idea of having more damage myself, and I do plan to make builds around that as well. But for now, with this build, I feel like authority is a good way to go. Authority, vitality, and grit, because we're able to survive. So we're able to survive while our follower kicks ass. So at 5, we have irritate. Active followers will goad enemies, attempting to force them to attack your follower. I believe this works, but not all the time. Like it says, attempting. So if you're attempting, it's not guaranteed, obviously. But it helps. Next, our first choice, commanding presence or healthy diet. Commanding presence sounds really cool, and it sounds like it's going to be really useful. But in reality, I've tested it. It's not very great. It kind of sucks. So I take healthy diet. Your active followers gain passive health regen when not engaged in combat. This makes so you don't really have to use bandages or potions on them as much. So totally worth it. Then you'll get attentive care. That's a guaranteed. Your active followers receive 50% increased healing. That works with healthy diet, I believe. So totally worth it. And then for the last one, well-trained or war party. So maximum followers increased by 1 is really cool, but it loses the extra stats it gets from you for their damage output. So, based on what War Party says, it sounds like agility and strength would actually affect how much damage your follower does, but I tested it and it doesn't feel like it changes too much. So I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I'm going to be doing some more testing with that and kind of get back to you guys on that one. So basically it says, however, your statistics no longer influence your followers' damage output. So that kind of makes you think that, oh, agility and strength will do something. And maybe it does, and I just didn't notice. But I don't think so. I really don't think it does. But like I said, I'll test it out more. For now, we take well-trained. Your active followers have increased attributes. This gives them plus 20 in every attribute. Kind of a no-brainer, unless you just like having 2 followers for the hell of it. Which I understand too. It can be kind of cool. But well-trained is definitely, in my opinion, the better choice. Alright, now moving on to grit. We take, obviously, tenacity. That's guaranteed. Increase your armor by 40 and stamina by 20. Grit determines the size of your stamina pool and has a direct effect on armor. So, more armor, more stamina. Nothing wrong with that, right? Next, on our first choice, and actually the only choice we're going to be taking in grit, is endurance or stout. Endurance, your stamina regenerates 25% faster. Stout increases your armor by 1/5 of your current stamina. So stout, I tested it a little bit, and it seems like it helps enough to actually consider taking. So really, both choices work well. I think endurance is maybe a little bit better because stamina regenerating faster is a big deal. But pick which one you like on that. Endurance or stout, both will work. I personally think endurance is a little better, but both do work. And then we have defensive posture. This is a guaranteed. We're taking this one. Incoming damage is reduced by 15% while you are attacking or blocking. So, on top of glutton for punishment, which makes it to where if you get hit, you're going to regenerate, your incoming damage is reduced by 15%. So, you're not taking as much damage, and you're healing back the damage you do take. Now, obviously, that doesn't happen for every single bit of damage you take, because there's a bit of a cooldown, as in it has to go through its full thing before it hits the next one. But it's pretty good. Pretty good. I don't really die with this build, and I don't use that many potions. Next is expertise. We really only take this because we need a bit more carry weight, which I guess if you wanted, you could put into strength because it does increase your carry weight a little bit. But I feel like you're going to have a hard time wearing medium armor if you do that. Like, you would have to be wearing light armor to go strength or agility, in my opinion. So expertise, survivalist. Tools lose durability, habits quickly, and hunger and thirst deplete 33% slower. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just a quality of life thing. It's not helping you in combat. It's not doing anything like that. So if you want it, if you feel like you don't need the extra weight, maybe your server doesn't really care about weight, take away the expertise, go with either max grit or 5 into strength or agility. I would say that is your options. I have tested this build quite a bit. I've done dungeons solo with it, obviously with a follower, and it performs very well. The weapons I use are either bleed weapons, so like the chakrams or daggers, or even the katana. I use two-handers. Sometimes I'll use a war axe. All of them work well. It's really about preference, and that's kind of the great thing with this build. You're not really locked into just a certain weapon type. You're not just all about agility or all about strength. You can change based on what you're feeling that day. That's why I like this build. I think it's really interesting. It makes it to where you can have more variety and you're able to survive, which is really cool. So I'm going to go out here a little bit, kill this panther, because I know there is one over here. I'll also kind of show you some of the stuff that I do on my server. But let's see, here's the panther. He's over here somewhere. There he is. Okay, so my follower is going to attack him. And that's how much damage my follower is doing. Still doing a really good amount of damage. And all I did was put a two-handed axe on her. So, good damage. We still do pretty good damage. Is it the best damage? No. Is it good damage? Yes. And we don't take that much. Like, it's insane. So to kind of show you the stats, so first off, she has 7,156 health. Next, her stats are 33 in strength, 25 in agility, 21 in vitality, and 21 in grit. This is due to, you know, our last trait in authority, obviously, and the perks that she got as she leveled up. This is a max level follower. This is what it looks like, and they do good damage. Give them heavy armor because they don't care about weight. Don't give them something that gives an increase to stamina because they don't care about stamina. So, in all honesty, you just put on the best armor that either does more damage or has more health. It's really convenient. So, I mean, try it out, guys. Let me know what you think of the build. If you like it, let me know, because I think it's a fun build, and I think I plan to make more builds and share them with you guys as I kind of perfect them. This one I think I've perfected. I've tried out multiple things, and this is what I came up with. So moving on a little bit, this is the base I have on my server. It's a cool little base. I'm using insulated wood. I do plan to change all of the sandstone to insulated wood, and I think it's going to turn out really well. I'll show you guys again when it's all done. I'd love to share more builds with you guys. I'd love to share, you know, hell, just some construction builds with you guys, because I like doing this stuff. This stuff's fun. I love this game. I've been playing it since it was in early access, pretty much right when it came out, and I still play it now. So let me know what you guys think of the build. Let me know if you guys are interested in any of the base constructions that I plan to build. I'm going to tell you right now, they're probably not going to be like the most amazing builds you've ever seen, but they're functional, they're kind of cool, and I'll try to make them better and better as time goes on. So, if there's a certain type of build you're looking for, let me know in the comments below. With that being said, though, if you guys like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.